Everyone knows that YouTube is a great opportunity. In fact, YouTube is the most popular career path for Gen Z, more popular than doctor, lawyer, professional athlete, or pop star. But everyone also knows that it takes years to get millions of views and subscribers. But what if I told you that you could make $10,000 a month on YouTube without going viral? And what if I told you that there's a faster way of doing it? Now look, I'm not saying it's easy, but it is simple. And it's more possible than you think. See, most people think you need millions of views to make real money on YouTube, and they're chasing that viral video like it's a lottery ticket. But there's a different way that almost nobody talks about. And I've met YouTuber after YouTuber that's making $10,000 a month or even more doing this. And they're doing it sometimes only getting 100 or 200 views per video. So if you've ever wondered how regular people are making real money on YouTube, I'll show you exactly how. Plus, if you want personal help figuring this out, there's a free call link in the description. But don't book it unless you're serious about putting in some work and making some money on YouTube. Now let's get into exactly how to do this right after you gently tap the like button to defeat the evil YouTube algorithm. So this is the secret that nobody tells you. Everyone thinks you need to sell $27 ebooks or $97 courses or a $47 membership. And look, I've met some people that are absolutely crushing it doing this. For instance, I met English with Lucy and her husband, and she sells products that typically cost around $50. And she was making over $400,000 a month. Then there's Hamza. He's got a school community called Library of Adonis, and he prices it at $37 a month, and he's making a ton of money doing that. And there's a good amount of other people doing the same thing. But you know what they all have in common? They are getting millions and millions of views every single month. And getting a million views, let alone millions, that is hard. But here's the truth that'll change everything. Selling expensive things is actually easier. Yes, you heard that right. It is easier to sell expensive things than it is to sell cheap things. Why? Because you need way fewer customers. Think about it like this. Your friend is a lawyer who charges $500 an hour. Your hairdresser charges $200 for a cut and color. And your personal trainer charges $100 per session and does it multiple times a week. These are normal prices for personalized help. And nobody bats an eye. It's just business. And why are people willing to pay those high hourly prices? Because it's personalized work. It's tailored to them and their situation. Whereas selling a course is just general information that you probably could have gotten on ChatGPT, unless it's a really, really good course. And even if it is a really good course that has new information, a year from now, that information will probably be on ChatGPT. Now, why does selling more expensive items work so well on YouTube? Well, here's the thing. YouTube builds trust through video. People feel like they know you. They trust you. And when people trust you, they're willing to invest in your help. And you don't need thousands of customers. You just need a handful who really need what you have to offer. Take my client, Nicole. When we first started working together, she had 85 subscribers and she was about to quit on YouTube. And she was making a bunch of different random videos that were somewhat IT, technology, coding, and cybersecurity related. Then we started working together and we made a plan for her to help women specifically get into high-paying cybersecurity careers. And last time I checked with her, she was making over $80,000 a month. And of course, she was charging high ticket for personalized career coaching. Or Josh Madakor. When I first started working with him, he was making random IT and career and college degree and certificate related content, and he was making around $1,000 a month on YouTube. And now he's doing over $186,000 a month. So are you wondering what expensive problems that you can solve? Well, I help people figure this out every day. Like this person or 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 this person. Yep, we've helped a ton of people grow and make money on YouTube. So there's a free call to explore your options. Link is in the description and the pinned comment below. And for a limited time and for a limited amount of people, we're actually doing a free audit, which we usually charge $1,000 for. Now we're only gonna do this audit for the first 5 people who book a call with the link in the description and the pinned comment below. And we're only doing it until the end of the week. So book that call while you still can. Okay, so now you understand expensive products. And don't get me wrong, you can make money with medium ticket or low ticket products. It's just significantly easier to make money with expensive ones. But here's why you don't need millions of views. And this is where it gets really interesting. A small targeted audience who trusts you is worth more than millions of random viewers. Quality beats quantity every single time. And let's talk about the real math now that you can understand the concept. Say your videos each get 1,000 views. You post 8 videos per month. That's 8,000 views total. And maybe 100 people join your email list. That's about 1.25% of the people who watch your videos. And from those 100, maybe 10 of them book book a call with you per month. And if 2 or 3 out of the 10 become clients, which is very normal for calls, and you charge them $3,000 to $5,000 each, you're looking at $6,000 to $15,000 a month from just 2 to 3 clients. Now the math there is extremely conservative, it's extremely reasonable, and it's extremely realistic. Most people out there can get 8,000 views a month. And like I said, this is not actually a crazy scenario at all. For instance, I have one client who gets 100 to 200 views per video, and he made $2 million last year. I've got another client who gets about 500 to 1,000 views per video, and he made over $10 million. And it makes complete sense because you're not trying to sell to everyone. You're only trying to sell to the right people. Just look at one of my clients, Joaquin. When he started with me, he was an 18-year-old kid who got into UPenn Wharton, which is the best business school in the world. And at the time, he was trying to make YouTube videos about productivity and study skills, and he wasn't making very much money and he wasn't getting much traction. Then he started working with me and we kind of talked about what he had going for him, and we realized that he was an international student who got into an Ivy League university. And so it made a whole lot of sense for him to sell a high-ticket program helping other international students get into Ivy League universities. And almost immediately, he made it to over $80,000 a month. And he did it by helping others get into Ivy League schools. Basically, he did it by helping the younger version of himself, which is a reoccurring theme here. Or take Davis. He's a career coach that helps people get management consulting jobs. And he went from making almost no money at all from YouTube to scaling it all the way up to a 7-figure business. And he did it without going viral a single time on YouTube. No viral videos, no millions of views, just the right strategy. Now, by the way, guys, if you're curious about how I've grown this YouTube channel and how I make these videos so entertaining yet educational, I am going to be hosting a live YouTube training on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I basically just revealed the exact strategies that I used to grow my channel to multiple 6 figures per month. So that's another free training for you. All right, now let's talk about how to sell without being weird. And look, I get it. Selling feels gross. Like you're that guy at the party trying to push an MLM product on somebody else. But it doesn't have to be like that. Here's how to do it right. Just help people, right? Give real solutions in your videos. Solve people's problems. Inspire them, show them what's possible, and actually help them, right? No BS. And then mention that you're available. By the way, if you want personal help, I do offer coaching. It'll be down in the description in the pinned comment below. See what I did there? And that's it. No hard sell. And by the way, make sure that it's easy to contact you. Just as an example, I had one client who was doing around $50,000 a month, and he wasn't even putting a link to book a call with him in the description. People had to go to his website, fumble around a little bit, and then finally, maybe if they were lucky, they could find a link to book a call. By putting a link to book a call in the description and just simply mentioning it, he tripled the amount of money he was making from YouTube. So make sure you put a simple link to book a call with you. The simplest possible way is to sign up to a service like Calendly, and then just allow them to answer some questions, see if they're qualified to talk to you, and if they are, take the call with them. But don't make them jump through hoops, right? Make it as easy as possible. And also, expect it to take time. Now, my record for getting a client to 10K per month from absolute zero was 18 days. And there's been many cases of clients getting to 10K per month within 1, 2, or 3 months. But the truth is, most people need to see you 10 to 20 times before they decide to buy. And that's normal. And so if you have the right system and you put in the work, expect it to take 3 to 6 months starting from absolute zero before you get to 10K per month. But it is possible to do it faster. Now, what makes something worth $3,000 to $5,000? Think about what people already pay for. Wedding planners are $3,000 to $5,000. Career coaches are $3,000 to $10,000. Business consultants are $5,000 to $25,000. And a lot of personal fitness programs are $2,000 to $5,000. You notice a pattern here? These people offer personalized help, one-on-one attention, custom solutions. So my YouTube coaching, it's the same thing. It's personalized help. And there's an old saying that you pay for what you care about. And you can really only pay in 2 different ways, with your time or your money. So if YouTube is something that you actually care about, right? You actually want to get results with YouTube, you're either going to pay with your time or you're going to pay with your money. Paying with your money is a shortcut because you'll be able to hire somebody as a mentor, somebody who's already done it, and they can help you do it much faster. But you can also pay with your time just by grinding away in the trenches for years, figuring it out on your own. But who's actually doing this? Well, Silicon Valley girl. She has a link to book a one-on-one consultation in every video. Or Neil Patel. He's got 1.29 million subscribers, and he uses his channel to support his business goals. So if you're thinking, Shane, there's no way I could charge $3,000 for anything, well, you're wrong. And I could probably show you like 50 different examples, but the easiest thing for you to do would just be to book a call, and we can help you figure out what you can charge $3,000 or more for. Or we can help you figure out if a different monetization model is better for you. So link below to check that out. But like I said, make sure you're serious about growing and making money on YouTube because it's simple, but it's not easy. And speaking of that, let's get into that in a little more detail. So you have something valuable inside of you already, you just don't see it. And the biggest mistake that people make is thinking they need to be a world expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of other people. So here's a question to find your expensive skill. What transition have you successfully made? What do people always ask you about? What took you forever to figure out that you could teach somebody else faster? And most importantly, if you had a time machine and you could go back in time to the younger version of yourself, what would you tell yourself that would save you a ton of time, effort, and/or money? The answer or answers to that question is going to be your expensive skill. Here's a few examples of people who did this. Graham Cochran. He's a failed musician who learned home recording, and he now makes $160,000 teaching others. And no, not $160,000 a year, $160,000 a month. Antoine Wade, one of my clients. He's a tech sales guy. In fact, he's a very high-level tech sales guy. He makes $500,000 a year. And what does he do? He teaches other people how they can break into tech sales. And now he's got a 7-figure business. See the pattern? They're not geniuses. They just figured something out. And now they teach it. Or how about Dr. Clifford Stumey from College Hacked? He teaches people how they can finish college faster and cheaper. And he's absolutely crushing it, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing this. All right, now let's talk about a realistic 90-day roadmap. Month 1, start messy. Pick one type of person you want to help. One, not everyone, not people who want to be successful, one specific type. And make your first 4 videos. And guess what? They're probably gonna suck, and that's okay. Then add a way to contact you in the description. Simple link, nothing fancy, you don't need a VSL or a landing page. Just a Calendly link is fine. And there's a good chance that someone is gonna book a call with you. Month 2, find your voice. Post twice a week minimum, no excuses. Create a simple freebie to collect emails. It could be a PDF, a checklist, some type of GPT. For instance, we have a monetization GPT, which basically helps you figure out what the best way to monetize for your channel and your audience is. And you can check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And talk to anyone who books a call with you, emails you, or messages you. Anyone. And expect a few real conversations. And by the way, there's a very good chance you'll make your first sale by this point. Then month 3, get serious. Focus on topics that get responses. Double down on what works. Offer to help people personally. And price yourself at $2,000 plus minimum. And your goal here is to get your first paying client. This is if you do it on your own, and it'll likely take you a few months. And by the way, this works whether or not you have an audience. I've worked with a lot of creators that were getting a lot of views, but they weren't making any money, or they weren't making as much money as they wanted to. For instance, Sean was stuck around $30,000 a month for literally years. Then he started working with me, and within 9 months, he made it all the way to over $500,000 a month. Seth had been posting on YouTube for over 8 years and had never gotten a video over 100,000 views, and he started working with me with the goal of getting one over 100,000 views, and within 1 month he had 2 videos hit over 100,000, and one of them got all the way up to over 300,000. So that is how you do it on your own, but if you want to speed this up, again, book a call, let's see if we're a good fit to work together. And if you want to check out an interview that I did with Sean, who I helped get from 30K to over 500K a month, then you can check that out by clicking right here.